Have you ever wondered what really makes women tick on a deeper psychological level? Every woman, no matter how strong or independent, has certain emotional and psychological triggers that can influence her thoughts, feelings, and behaviors. Understanding these subtle yet powerful weaknesses can help you connect with women on a much deeper level. In today's video, we'll dive into 10 psychological weaknesses that every woman has, and how recognizing them can transform the way you interact with the women in your life. As we go through these, ask yourself, have you noticed any of these traits in the women you know? How do you think these psychological insights could improve your relationships or communication? Stick around until the end, because some of these might surprise you, and they can change the way you think about female psychology entirely. Before we get started, I'd love to hear your thoughts. What's one thing you believe is a psychological trigger for women? Drop a comment below. Hit that like button if you're ready to learn more, and don't forget to subscribe so you never miss an update on understanding human behavior and psychology. Let's get started. The desire for emotional security. Emotional security is one of the deepest psychological needs for every woman. No matter how independent or self-assured a woman may appear, there's an underlying desire to feel safe, supported, and understood in her emotional world. This need for emotional security is rooted in human psychology and can often influence a woman's choices, actions, and reactions in relationships. High-value men who understand this need are able to provide a sense of stability that strengthens their bond, making the woman feel more connected and valued. When a woman feels emotionally secure, she is more likely to open up and be vulnerable. Emotional security creates a space where she can express her true self without fear of judgment or rejection. It allows her to feel safe in sharing her thoughts, worries, and feelings, knowing that her partner will listen and be supportive. High-value men recognize this and create an environment where a woman feels respected and valued. They understand that trust is built over time and is essential for emotional security. One of the most important ways to provide emotional security is through consistency. Women are highly attuned to shifts in behavior, and when a man's actions are unpredictable or inconsistent, it can lead to feelings of uncertainty. High-value men maintain steady communication, keep their word, and show up when they say they will. This consistency builds trust and reassures her that she can rely on him, which is crucial for fostering emotional security. In contrast, erratic behavior can trigger anxiety and make her feel emotionally vulnerable, leading to misunderstandings or conflict. Another aspect of emotional security is the ability to communicate openly. High-value men create a safe space for honest conversations where she feels comfortable discussing her emotions without fear of being dismissed or criticized. Active listening is a key component here. By truly hearing her concerns and responding empathetically, a man demonstrates that her emotions are important and valid. When she feels heard and understood, it strengthens the emotional bond and makes her feel more secure in the relationship. Emotional security is also closely tied to trust and reliability. A woman wants to know that she can count on her partner, not just in big moments, but in the small, everyday interactions. When a man follows through on his promises, supports her when she's feeling vulnerable, and offers emotional reassurance when needed, it deepens her sense of safety within the relationship. High-value men understand that emotional security isn't something that's built overnight. It requires continuous effort, care, and attention to her needs. In conclusion, the desire for emotional security is one of the most fundamental psychological needs for women. It's about creating a space where she feels supported, valued, and safe enough to express her true self. High-value men who provide this sense of security through consistency, empathy, and open communication create deeper, more fulfilling relationships. By understanding and addressing this need, you can build a stronger emotional connection that not only makes her feel secure but also strengthens the bond between you both. The need for genuine compliments. Compliments are more powerful than we often realize, and for women, genuine compliments can hold significant emotional weight. While it may seem like a small gesture, the way a woman receives and interprets a compliment can deeply affect how she feels about herself and her relationship. The key to unlocking this psychological weakness is not just giving compliments, but ensuring that they are authentic, thoughtful, and meaningful. High-value men understand that genuine compliments build trust, create emotional connection, and make a woman feel truly seen and appreciated. A genuine compliment goes beyond the surface. It's easy to tell a woman she's beautiful or that she looks nice, but high-value men take it a step further by noticing the little things that others might overlook. Complimenting her on her character, intellect, or unique qualities shows that you see her beyond her appearance. This kind of recognition resonates more deeply because it reflects her inner value, not just her outer beauty. Women are drawn to men who appreciate their minds and personalities as much as, if not more than, their looks. Timing is everything when it comes to compliments. High-value men know when and how to offer a compliment so that it feels natural and sincere rather than forced. Compliments that come out of nowhere or feel exaggerated can seem insincere and may even backfire. Instead, a well-placed compliment in a moment of genuine admiration can make a woman feel special and valued. For example, complimenting her strength during a difficult situation or her kindness in helping others shows that you pay attention and value her true self. It's also essential to avoid overdoing compliments. Showering a woman with excessive praise can make you seem insincere or desperate for approval, which can diminish the impact of your words. High-value men strike the perfect balance by offering compliments when they feel right and meaningful, rather than using them as a tool to win affection. When you offer compliments sparingly, they carry more weight and meaning, making the woman feel truly appreciated rather than overwhelmed by flattery. Genuine compliments also have the power to boost a woman's confidence. When a man takes the time to notice and acknowledge her strengths, it reaffirms her sense of self-worth. Complimenting her work ethic, her creativity, or the way she handles challenges shows that you value her capabilities and intellect. High-value men know that building a woman's confidence isn't about superficial praise. It's about recognizing her inner qualities and strengths, which deepens the emotional connection and fosters mutual respect. In conclusion, the need for genuine compliments is a psychological trait that high-value men understand and use effectively. Compliments that are thoughtful, authentic, and timed correctly can make a woman feel valued, boost her confidence, and strengthen the emotional bond between you. By focusing on her inner qualities as much as her outer beauty, you show that you see and appreciate her for who she truly is. When done right, genuine compliments have the power to elevate a relationship, creating a deeper sense of connection and trust. Sensitivity to body language and tone. Women are naturally attuned to non-verbal cues like body language and tone of voice, making these elements a powerful part of communication. High-value men understand that what they say is just as important as how they say it. A woman's sensitivity to these cues can deeply influence her perception of a man and the connection they share. Whether it's the way you stand, how you use your hands while talking, or the tone of your voice during a conversation. Non-verbal communication plays a crucial role in building attraction, trust, and emotional connection. Body language is often more telling than words. A woman can pick up on subtle signals, such as whether you're engaged in the conversation or distracted, whether you're confident or unsure, and whether you're open or closed off emotionally. High-value men maintain open body language, making eye contact, standing tall, and using relaxed gestures. This conveys confidence and interest, making the woman feel more comfortable and valued. Closed body language, such as crossed arms or avoiding eye contact, can signal disinterest or insecurity, which can make a woman feel disconnected or uneasy. Tone of voice is another critical factor that women are highly sensitive to. It's not just about what you say, but the way you say it. High-value men speak with a calm, clear, and measured tone that reflects confidence and control. A soothing, steady voice can put a woman at ease, while an aggressive or overly loud tone may make her feel defensive or uncomfortable. When you speak with a warm and inviting tone, it helps build rapport and trust, making her more likely to engage with you on a deeper level. Women are also quick to notice incongruence between words and body language or tone. For instance, if you say something kind but your body language is stiff or your tone is flat, she might sense that you're not being genuine. High-value men ensure that their body language and tone align with their words, creating a consistent message that feels authentic. This consistency is crucial for building trust and emotional security, as women tend to place a lot of importance on the emotional truth they perceive in non-verbal cues. Another aspect of body language is physical proximity. High-value men are mindful of personal space, understanding that women are sensitive to how close or distant someone is during a conversation. Standing too close too quickly can feel intrusive, while keeping too much distance can make you seem disengaged. By maintaining a comfortable and respectful distance, you show that you're attuned to her comfort level, which makes her feel safe and respected. This balance of distance and engagement is key to fostering a positive interaction. In conclusion, women's sensitivity to body language and tone of voice plays a significant role in how they perceive interactions with men. High-value men know that non-verbal communication is just as important as the words they use. By maintaining open body language, using a calm and inviting tone, and ensuring consistency between words and actions, you create a space where a woman feels comfortable, valued, and connected. Being mindful of these non-verbal cues helps build trust and emotional intimacy, which are essential for deepening any relationship. Craving for consistent attention. Consistency is one of the most important factors in building a strong emotional connection with a woman, and one area where this is especially true is attention. Women often crave consistent attention from their partners because it signals that they are valued and important. High-value men understand that sporadic bursts of attention followed by long periods of neglect can create uncertainty and insecurity, making the woman feel unsure about where she stands. On the other hand, providing steady, genuine attention strengthens the bond, builds trust, and deepens emotional intimacy. Consistent attention doesn't mean overwhelming her with constant messages or being available 24/7. It's about making her feel seen and appreciated regularly in meaningful ways. High-value men are present when they're with her, actively engaging in conversation, listening attentively, and showing interest in her thoughts and feelings. It's the quality of attention that matters, not just the quantity. A brief but focused moment of genuine connection can have a far greater impact than hours of distracted interaction. When a woman feels that you are fully present, she feels valued and important. Inconsistent attention, on the other hand, can lead to feelings of doubt and insecurity. If you give her attention one day and then disappear or become distant the next, she may start to question your interest or the stability of the relationship. This emotional roller coaster can erode trust and create anxiety. High-value men avoid this by maintaining steady communication, even if it's just a small message to check in or share something thoughtful. This consistency reassures her that you're invested in the relationship, making her feel more secure and connected to you. One of the key ways to show consistent attention is by remembering the little details. High-value men pay attention to what a woman shares, whether it's about her work, her favorite hobbies, or something she's passionate about, and they follow up on those things. This shows that you're not just listening, but that you truly care about her life and what's important to her. When you remember and bring up these small details in future conversations, it demonstrates that you're paying attention and it deepens the emotional bond between you. Consistent attention also involves knowing when to give her space. High-value men recognize that being attentive doesn't mean smothering her with constant interaction. It's important to balance closeness with independence. Giving her space to pursue her own interests and maintain her individuality shows that you respect her autonomy while still being available when she needs you. This balance creates a healthy dynamic where she feels supported without feeling overwhelmed, further strengthening your connection. In conclusion, women crave consistent attention because it helps build a sense of security, trust, and emotional connection. High-value men provide this attention in thoughtful, steady ways, ensuring that the woman feels valued without feeling overwhelmed. By being present in the moment, remembering important details, and maintaining a balance between closeness and independence, you create a foundation of trust and affection. Consistent attention is a powerful tool in deepening relationships, and when done right, it helps make a woman feel truly special and appreciated. Vulnerability to rejection and criticism. One of the most common emotional vulnerabilities women experience is a sensitivity to rejection and criticism. Even the most confident women can feel deeply hurt by rejection or harsh criticism, as it often touches on deep-seated fears of inadequacy or not being good enough. High-value men understand this vulnerability and are mindful of how they communicate, offering constructive feedback with care and avoiding unnecessary harshness. When a woman feels secure in the relationship, knowing that she won't be harshly judged or rejected, she is more likely to open up and deepen the emotional bond. Rejection, even in small forms, can have a significant impact on a woman's self-esteem. Whether it's feeling dismissed in a conversation or being turned down for something important to her, these moments can create emotional wounds that linger. High-value men are aware of how their words and actions might be perceived and strive to offer support rather than criticism. Instead of dismissing her feelings or ideas, they engage with empathy and understanding, making her feel heard and respected, which reduces her fear of rejection and strengthens trust. Criticism, if not delivered carefully, can feel like a personal attack. Women are often more sensitive to how criticism is phrased because it can trigger feelings of insecurity or self-doubt. High-value men recognize this and know that how they phrase feedback is crucial. Constructive criticism, when needed, should be framed in a way that focuses on solutions and positive outcomes rather than blaming or shaming. Offering feedback with kindness and encouragement allows the woman to see it as helpful rather than hurtful, and it builds respect rather than creating distance. One of the key ways to mitigate the fear of rejection and criticism is to create an emotionally safe space. High-value men do this by being consistent in their support and reassurance. When a woman knows that she can express herself without fear of being judged or dismissed, she feels more comfortable being vulnerable and sharing her true thoughts and feelings. This emotional safety is essential for building a deep connection as it fosters trust and openness. Women are more likely to respect and be drawn to men who make them feel secure and accepted for who they are. It's also important to acknowledge her efforts and achievements regularly. High-value men understand that recognition and validation play a big role in countering the fear of rejection. Complimenting her strengths, highlighting her successes, and showing appreciation for the little things she does can help build her confidence and reduce her sensitivity to criticism. When a woman feels appreciated and valued, she is less likely to feel insecure or defensive when constructive feedback is given, as she knows it comes from a place of care and support. In conclusion, a woman's vulnerability to rejection and criticism is an important psychological aspect that high-value men navigate with care and understanding. By offering feedback with kindness, creating a supportive environment, and showing consistent appreciation, you help her feel emotionally secure and valued. This emotional safety encourages vulnerability, deepens trust, and strengthens the bond between you. Understanding and addressing this sensitivity can lead to a more fulfilling, respectful relationship where both partners feel seen, heard, and accepted. And the influence of social approval. The influence of social approval is a powerful psychological factor for many women. From a young age, women are often socialized to seek acceptance and validation from their peers, family, and society as a whole. This desire for approval is deeply ingrained and can shape their behaviors, decisions, and self-esteem. High-value men understand this and recognize that social dynamics play a significant role in how a woman perceives herself and her relationships. By being mindful of this, they create environments where she feels supported and confident, regardless of external judgments. One of the main ways social approval affects women is through their relationships. Women are often influenced by how others perceive their romantic partner, and they may seek validation from friends or family regarding their choices. High-value men are aware of the importance women place on their partner's social standing, reputation, and behavior. Being respectful, thoughtful, and socially aware can enhance a woman's sense of pride in her relationship, making her feel more secure and validated when others approve of her partner. Social approval also plays a role in how a woman evaluates her own worth. Many women measure their self-esteem based on how they are perceived by others, whether in their professional life, social circles, or romantic relationships. This can lead to feelings of insecurity if they feel they are not meeting societal expectations. High-value men provide a sense of reassurance and validation, helping women feel secure in who they are rather than constantly seeking approval from the outside world. By offering genuine support and recognition, they can counterbalance the external pressures she might face. Another important aspect of social approval is how women navigate their friendships and social groups. A woman's friends often have a strong influence on her thoughts, emotions, and decisions. High-value men understand the importance of respecting her social circles and not isolating her from her friends. By integrating smoothly into her social life and being respectful and considerate to her friends, a man can further solidify his standing in her life. When her friends and social group approve of the relationship, it strengthens her confidence in her choices, making her feel more secure and validated. It's also important to note that the pressure of social approval can sometimes cause stress or anxiety, especially if a woman feels judged or misunderstood by others. High-value men provide emotional support during these times, offering reassurance and helping her navigate these social pressures. By being her anchor and reminding her of her intrinsic worth, he helps her feel less dependent on external validation. This kind of emotional support not only deepens the connection between them, but also fosters a sense of independence and confidence in her. In conclusion, the influence of social approval is a psychological factor that many women navigate daily. High-value men understand the importance of social dynamics and provide emotional security by offering genuine validation, supporting her social relationships, and helping her feel confident in her choices. By recognizing the weight social approval holds and balancing it with personal affirmation, men can create stronger, more trusting relationships where women feel empowered to be themselves, regardless of societal pressures. Attraction to confidence and leadership. Confidence and leadership are two traits that almost universally attract women. High-value men understand that women are naturally drawn to confidence as it signals strength, security, and reliability. Confidence doesn't mean arrogance or self-centeredness. It's about having a clear sense of self, being comfortable with who you are, and standing by your values without needing external validation. Women appreciate men who exude quiet confidence because it reassures them that they are with someone capable of handling life's challenges, which in turn makes them feel more secure in the relationship. Leadership is another key aspect of what attracts women, and it goes hand in hand with confidence. High-value men exhibit leadership in various areas of their lives, whether in their careers, personal goals, or how they navigate relationships. Leadership doesn't necessarily mean being in charge or dominating others. It means taking initiative, making decisions when needed, and being someone who others can look to for guidance. Women are attracted to men who take the lead in a respectful and thoughtful way, showing that they can be trusted to handle responsibilities while considering the needs of others. One of the reasons confidence is so attractive to women is because it reflects a man's self-assurance and emotional stability. When a man is confident, he's not easily shaken by setbacks or challenges, which creates a sense of dependability. Women are drawn to men who can stay calm under pressure, make thoughtful decisions, and approach problems with a solution-oriented mindset. This emotional stability creates a foundation of trust in the relationship, as she knows she can rely on him when things get tough. Leadership in a relationship also means being emotionally supportive and taking charge when necessary, without being controlling. High-value men know when to step up and take action, and when to step back and offer support. Women appreciate this balance because it shows that a man is capable of leading while also valuing her input and needs. Leadership in this sense is about partnership, working together to make decisions, solve problems, and build a life that reflects both partners' desires and goals. It's this combination of confidence and collaborative leadership that makes a man truly attractive. Another aspect of leadership that women find appealing is ambition and drive. High-value men set goals and work toward them with determination, and this ambition is incredibly attractive because it shows that they have purpose and direction in life. Women are naturally drawn to men who are driven by passion, whether it's in their careers, personal growth, or hobbies. This drive signals that he is forward-thinking, committed to self-improvement, and capable of providing a stable and exciting future. It also suggests that he is someone who will take care of not only himself, but also the people he cares about. In conclusion, women are deeply attracted to confidence and leadership because these traits signal strength, reliability, and emotional stability. High-value men exude quiet confidence, take initiative when needed, and lead with thoughtfulness and respect. Their ambition and drive show that they are capable of building a life of purpose and meaning, qualities that naturally draw women in. By combining these traits with emotional intelligence and respect for their partner, high-value men create relationships built on trust, security, and shared leadership, which are key to long-lasting attraction and connection. The pull of emotional connection. One of the most powerful forces that attract women is the desire for emotional connection. While physical attraction may initially spark interest, it is emotional depth that keeps a woman engaged and invested in a relationship. High-value men understand that building a strong emotional bond is key to sustaining a meaningful and lasting connection with a woman. This emotional connection is about understanding her on a deeper level, her feelings, desires, fears, and dreams, and making her feel truly seen and appreciated for who she is. Emotional connection creates a foundation of trust and intimacy, which is what many women crave in relationships. It allows her to feel safe and comfortable opening up about her inner world, knowing that her partner will listen without judgment. High-value men build this connection by being emotionally available and empathetic. Instead of dismissing or minimizing her feelings, they create a space where she can express herself freely. When a woman feels emotionally supported, it strengthens the bond and deepens the relationship. Listening plays a significant role in building emotional connection. High-value men don't just hear what a woman is saying. They actively listen and respond in a way that shows they understand and care. This means paying attention to her words, reading between the lines, and offering thoughtful responses. Women appreciate men who are attentive and engaged in conversation because it makes them feel valued and important. Through active listening, high-value men create a sense of closeness that helps women feel more connected and secure in the relationship. Being vulnerable is another essential part of emotional connection. High-value men aren't afraid to share their own emotions and experiences, which allows women to see them as genuine and authentic. By showing vulnerability, a man signals that he trusts her with his feelings, which invites her to do the same. This mutual openness strengthens the emotional bond between them, creating a deeper sense of intimacy. Women are drawn to men who aren't afraid to be real and share their emotions, as it shows emotional maturity and depth. Emotional connection also means being there for her during both good times and challenging moments. High-value men offer consistent emotional support, whether she's going through something difficult or simply needs a shoulder to lean on. Women appreciate men who show up during these times, offering comfort and encouragement. This kind of emotional presence builds trust and reinforces the idea that she can rely on you. The more emotionally supportive you are, the stronger the connection becomes, making her feel more invested in the relationship. In conclusion, emotional connection is a powerful factor in building and sustaining attraction for women. High-value men foster this connection by being emotionally available, empathetic, and willing to listen deeply. Through vulnerability, active listening, and offering consistent emotional support, they create a bond that goes beyond the surface level. Women are naturally drawn to men who understand the importance of emotional intimacy, and by prioritizing this connection, high-value men build lasting, meaningful relationships based on trust, respect, and deep emotional understanding. Sensitivity to subtle changes in behavior. Women are often highly attuned to subtle changes in behavior, both in themselves and in those around them. This heightened sensitivity allows them to pick up on even the smallest shifts in tone, body language, or emotional energy. High-value men understand that women's intuition is powerful, and that even small changes in behavior can have a big impact on how she feels in a relationship. Whether it's a slight change in the way you communicate or a shift in your emotional availability, women are quick to notice, and these subtle shifts can influence the dynamics of the relationship. One of the reasons women are sensitive to changes in behavior is because these shifts can signal emotional distance or disconnection. If you suddenly become less communicative, more distracted, or emotionally withdrawn, even if it's unintentional, she may begin to feel insecure or anxious about the state of the relationship. High-value men are aware of this sensitivity and make an effort to maintain consistency in their behavior, ensuring that their actions match their words. This consistency helps women feel secure, as it shows that you are emotionally invested and not pulling away. Women also notice changes in body language and tone of voice, even if these changes seem minor. A lack of eye contact, a distant tone, or crossed arms can be interpreted as a sign of disinterest or frustration, even if that's not your intention. High-value men are mindful of how their non-verbal cues might be perceived and make a conscious effort to communicate openly and clearly. By being aware of your body language and tone, you can avoid misunderstandings and ensure that your actions reflect your genuine feelings. At times, subtle changes in behavior may be unavoidable, such as when you're stressed or preoccupied with other areas of your life. High-value men handle these situations by communicating openly and addressing the change directly. Instead of allowing the woman to speculate or feel confused, they explain what's going on, whether it's work stress or a personal challenge. This transparency helps her understand the situation and prevents her from feeling like she's being shut out. Clear communication about changes in behavior builds trust and reassures her that the relationship is still strong. Women's sensitivity to changes in behavior can also be a positive force in relationships, as it allows them to sense when something is wrong before it becomes a major issue. High-value men appreciate this intuitive ability and respect her concerns when she brings them up. Instead of dismissing her feelings, they take the opportunity to engage in open dialogue, acknowledging that her sensitivity can help improve the relationship. This level of awareness and responsiveness shows emotional intelligence and fosters a deeper connection. In conclusion, women's sensitivity to subtle changes in behavior is a key psychological trait that can either strengthen or strain a relationship. High-value men recognize the importance of maintaining consistency in their actions, being mindful of non-verbal cues, and communicating openly when things change. By understanding and respecting this sensitivity, you can build trust, avoid misunderstandings, and create a stronger emotional bond. Women appreciate men who are emotionally aware and responsive, and by managing these subtle shifts with care, you ensure that your relationship remains secure and connected. The power of feeling understood and heard. One of the most fundamental psychological needs of every woman is the desire to feel understood and heard. High-value men recognize that more than anything, women want to be listened to and acknowledged in a way that makes them feel seen and valued. This is not just about hearing the words she says, but understanding the emotions and thoughts behind them. When a woman feels truly understood, it creates a deep emotional bond and fosters trust. It's one of the most powerful ways to build a lasting connection because it shows that you are invested in her on a meaningful level. Listening is the first step in making a woman feel understood, but it requires more than just passive attention. High-value men engage in active listening, which means they are fully present in the conversation, making eye contact, nodding, and responding thoughtfully. They don't interrupt or rush to offer solutions, but instead let her express herself fully. This level of engagement signals to her that what she's saying is important and that her thoughts and feelings matter. Active listening helps a woman feel appreciated and deepens the emotional connection between you. Beyond listening, high-value men also validate a woman's feelings, which is essential for making her feel understood. Validation doesn't mean agreeing with everything she says, but acknowledging that her emotions are real and worthy of respect. Statements like, "I can see why you feel that way," or "That sounds really difficult," can go a long way in making her feel supported. Validation creates a safe space for her to express herself without fear of being judged or dismissed. When she feels safe sharing her emotions, it strengthens the relationship and builds trust. Another way high-value men make women feel understood is by remembering the details of what she shares. Women often test how much you truly listen by bringing up topics from past conversations. High-value men take note of the small details, whether it's about her favorite things, her family, or her goals and dreams. When you reference these details in future conversations, it shows that you were not only listening, but also that you care enough to remember. This thoughtfulness makes a woman feel valued and reinforces her sense of being understood. Empathy is another crucial factor in making a woman feel heard and understood. High-value men put themselves in her shoes, seeking to understand her perspective and emotions. Instead of jumping to conclusions or assuming they know how she feels, they ask questions and engage in meaningful dialogue to better understand her viewpoint. This empathetic approach creates a deeper emotional bond because it shows that you are not just hearing her words, but truly trying to connect with her on a deeper level. Women appreciate men who can empathize with their emotions, as it demonstrates emotional intelligence and care. In conclusion, the power of feeling understood and heard is a key psychological need for women. High-value men make a conscious effort to engage in active listening, validate her feelings, remember important details, and show empathy. This level of emotional investment makes a woman feel valued and secure in the relationship, building trust and creating a deeper connection. When a woman feels truly understood, it fosters a sense of intimacy and closeness that is essential for a lasting and fulfilling relationship. By prioritizing her need to feel heard, high-value men strengthen their bond and create a foundation of emotional security. As we've explored today, understanding these 10 psychological traits can make a world of difference in how you connect with women. From offering genuine compliments to creating emotional security, these insights help you build deeper, more meaningful relationships. High-value men know that it's not just about attraction, but about understanding and addressing the emotional needs and desires that every woman has. By paying attention to these subtle but powerful aspects, you create a bond based on trust, respect, and genuine connection. Now, I'd love to hear from you. Out of the 10 psychological traits we discussed, which one surprised you the most? Or which one do you think you could start applying in your relationships right away? Drop your thoughts in the comments below and let's have a conversation about it. If you found value in today's video, make sure to hit that like button, share it with someone who might need this insight, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more tips on building better relationships and understanding human psychology. Your support helps us continue to bring valuable content your way, so thank you for being part of this journey. See you in the next video.